I might be the only person who is in the unique position to show the comparative size between an armored trooper and a mobile suit. That's fun, isn't it? More on that later. Hello everyone. Now on the bottom here you see the Armored Trooper Votoms. I know it's pronounced Votoms, but I don't like the way that sounds. Armored Trooper Votoms Scopedog. And on the top left here is the expansion set A. On the right, the expansion set B. These are from Bandai. So what I'm going to do today is talk about the differences between the torsos and sort of review and go through what you get in each set. Now, on the original Armored Trooper, what you actually do get is just two hands, no options, and one weapon aside from this. But when the Bandai kits were announced, the expansion kits were announced, I immediately snapped them up because I found them to be very, very interesting. Not to mention, I do like the aesthetic for Armored Trooper quite a lot. So let's go through what you get. The first thing I want to do, and a lot of people have been asking me this, is there any articulation difference between the original high grade and this, which actually has an opening cockpit and the pilot on the inside? The answer is yes, but it's not immediately apparent. If you look at them both, and I'm going to show you them side by side, they're almost indistinguishable from each other, aside from a couple of color differences. You can see inside the visor, this one is actually cut through and this one is not. For good reason, because this one has nothing on the inside. However, the detailed version has a visor that flips up. Oh. Sorry. The detailed version. Oh. Okay, so I literally mixed them up. This is the detailed version. So the detailed version has a visor that flips up. So it is covered on the inside because it does show the pilot. You can see. But cosmetically, they're almost identical. The question was whether or not there's an articulation difference. Yes. The one that does not have an interior has an added sort of crunch that this one does not. So that's rigid all the way through. And this one can crunch, meaning that you do get slightly more interesting action poses on this compared to this, where you can't crunch him as much. However, that is not much of a big sacrifice in my opinion compared to what you get in return, because as I've shown you earlier, this one does open up and it's sort of a two-way hinge. It slides out and then flips open. In addition to that, when you turn the head, there is a mechanism on the inside that actually shows that at work. It clips on loosely, not so loosely that it falls out, but you can remove the head as well to show the pilot. Furthermore, the pilot is all there, meaning that the back and arms and legs on the inside are detailed as well. And you can remove the pilot with the instrumentation panel as well. So this is pretty nice, and I kind of like this set a lot. Initially, when you look at it, especially if I don't open up the cockpit, it does appear rather underwhelming, considering that what you get is the action effects, which are nice, but you know, I'm not a person who uses a lot of these. And these hands. Now onto the hands. While they come with a whole bunch of hands, they don't really come with the weapons that you use on them. unless you get the expansion set B. But the hands are quite nice. You have the closed punching hands, which I like quite a lot. They look very good on the Armored Trooper. Let me show you. So they do look very nice, very combative, and quite suitable. Now, aside from these hands, you also get a pair of loosely, basically easy hands, and they're both. Oh, sorry. What do you get? Oh, sorry. This comes with the original. You get an additional one, and then you get a closed fist, a holding fist. I'm sorry. And the holding fist is actually specifically for the shoulder weapons, which I'll show you in a while. Now, one gripe I have about this expansion set is if you look here, it's got these really cool shoulder joints that allow the Armored Trooper to flex its pectorals, so to speak, inward. However, it does not come with these C-clips that go inside the joints. So I had to take the C-clips out of the original one to do that, and they're a little bit tight and a little bit difficult to pull out. Not impossible and not unpleasant, but I can see a lot of wear and tear if you want to swap back and forth. I will not be swapping back and forth, so I will be attaching the C-clips to the new opening cockpit version now. As you can see, it's a bit ornery to install them, but not at all impossible. Okay, so with these installed and with the lower legs put in, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the expansion set B. Now, before I carry on, I was mistaken earlier. The original high grade comes with a closed holding hand as opposed to a trigger finger hand. But the expansion set comes with this trigger finger, two closed fists, and a open hand. Now I've got the trigger finger hand equipped along with an open hand on the other side. Let's go through expansion set B. The first thing I want to talk about with expansion set B is this. This is sort of a snub-nosed version of the heavy machine gun that the original high grade comes with. You can see a lot of similar aesthetics and repeated parts. It just doesn't have a shoulder stock and has a drastically shortened barrel. But aside from that, it uses the same magazine, so we can assume that it is actually just a modified version of the same weapon. These magazines are cross-compatible, as you can see. There we go. So they are cross-compatible, and they enjoy each other's company quite a lot. So there's the sort of shortened machine gun, which in the manual is called the Heavy Machine Gun Custom. Now on to the next item, and that is the Solid Shooter. This appears to be some kind of probably a single shot rocket propelled grenade, but in Armored Trooper size. It's very nice because it's got actually color separation on the inside, and if you look closely, there is a crosshair in the lens itself. And it looks very nice on the Armored Trooper itself. Let me demonstrate that. So it slides into the trigger finger hand, and you can sort of get it there where it's positioned with the scope inside or in the field of vision of the Armored Troopers targeting lenses. So this is very, very cool. And I think this one also has a secondary trigger, and if you pull out the arms just enough, you can get him to hold both, like so. I honestly don't really like the way it looks. It kind of looks a little bit clunky, and it exposes the joints in the back. But you can do it, and if you finagle it enough, I'm quite sure you can find a very nice action pose as it is. But I kind of like this weapon. It's got sort of a very low-tech feel to it, which I kind of like a lot, like a Neo Second World War feel. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about, and I probably think this is the coolest weapon to come out of the expansion set, is this. And this is called the Shoulder Missile Gun Pod. There's a lot of very nice color separation with each missile actually a separate piece. And you can actually see there's a red piece inside there that you slide the thing over. And I know we'll probably see some comments on how the new high-grade rocket launcher GIM that Bandai released could have done this, but I feel that those rocket pods are a little bit too small. This is a very big rocket pod, and it's very easy to do part separation on this. You've got vents on the back, but they're covered. You can possibly do some inserts, maybe some mesh, or maybe you could drill them out and have them as deeper holes. And the unique thing is that it's got this very nice two-toned shoulder strap. You see it's really dark gray, almost black on the inside and red on the outside, and I really like that a lot. And let me show you. So aside from him being able to let me fix that. Aside from the Scopedog being able to lug it like hold it up like a missile launcher, you can actually sort of strap it on the back like so, in quite a natural way. Doesn't look too crazy, and if you angle it just right, he can sort of carry it into battle. Very nice, and adds to sort of the very human-like aesthetic that the armored troopers have. Again, you've got a handle, and if you sort of finagle it just right, you can use the secondary handle as well. Again, you can probably get it into a very cool action pose, but it's a little bit difficult considering that these joints are a little bit loose on mine already. But yeah, I really like this missile pod. I think this is one of the coolest things out of the new Votoms series that we're getting, and we're gonna get more. Bandai just announced a new one. I forgot what it's called. I think it's got a big fat backpack. That's pretty cool. Now, I kind of saved the best for last. I like these because I'm kind of in a phase now where I'm doing a lot of 1:35 scale figures. And this one, you get a armored trooper pilot, and it's a female. So it's very nice. First of all, you don't get a lot of 1:35 scale figurines anymore. Second of all, you don't get very many female ones. Unless you're looking at those resin cast artist figures, you're not getting a lot of these, and I think this is very nice. She's got a pistol, fairly big pistol, if I may add, and she's very detailed. So I really like this figure a lot, and I'm going to compare her with the pilot figure as well, so you can have a sort of close. Oh, he's here. So this is a comparison of her next to him in the cockpit, and as you can see, they look really good together. But let's get him out as well, because I want to do something. This is the male pilot. This is the female pilot. Now, in addition to that, I want to compare him to some of the other 1:35 scale kits that Bandai has had, and these are ancient history. Bandai has a Gundam series called UC Hardgraph, and UC Hardgraph is Bandai's attempt at penetrating the armor modeling market, and they have quite a few kits that came out with it. They're all very hard to find, but I do have some of them, and this is actually the 1:35 EF SF Trooper, ground trooper. And you can see that it doesn't really scale. This guy is pretty big. He's got to be like 7 feet tall compared to the Votoms, but so this could stand to be slightly bigger to match in size to the 135 UC hard graph. However, I don't think it's that impossible. The original reason for me to build this in the first place was I wanted to do a Armor Hunter Mellow Link diorama where I do a conversion of this into Mellow Link, the lead character, and have him sort of, mess up a armor trooper. Very, very good OVA. Short-lived, not a long OVA, I think 7 episodes, but a very, very good OVA. You should watch it. I think it's available on YouTube. Armor Hunter Mellow Link. Anyway, this is not Mellow Link. This is a EFSF trooper. But that set also came, and I alluded to this in the intro, also came with a Earth Federation GM hand. Not hand, but basically the arm from the elbow down. And I'm in the middle of a project with this, but it is a very, very spectacular kit because it's got integrated, fully articulated fingers. It's got a thumb, and the great thing about it is that it's swappable. You can swap the thumb onto the other side. So if you are so lucky as to find 2 of this kit, you can actually have both arms of a gym. And it's got some very cool features as well. One of these panels actually opens up. If I can find it. There. So the panel opens up and there's a detailed interior as well. This is the elbow pad that slides off. This folds up. Very, very nice, very detailed. It's about the size of the Neo Zeong arms, I think. I don't have one for comparison, but it is big. It is big. You can see it's longer than my palm if you extend him out. So, so this is a unique position where I can actually show you how big a Votom's pilot is in comparison to a mobile suit. And you can see that a mobile suit really does hold a figure like this. I think there are a lot of moments in the anime where someone's holding a person in their hand like this, and the size of the hand varies by quite a lot depending on the mobile suit, but also depending on the animator's artistic choices. But you can see that a mobile suit can carry a person quite comfortably in its hand. Very, very nice and very fun. And once again, there is the comparison between the armored trooper and the mobile suit. Also, I guess you can easily slap an armored trooper around if your thumbs don't fall off. Okay, where was I? Yes, you could easily slap an armored trooper around if you were in a mobile suit, but very, very unique set of a very unique combination, if I say so myself. So it's quite fun to build, and I really like these expansion sets quite a lot. Before I go, actually, aside from the kit, the expansion sets also come with these. So, expansion set 1 comes with these reflective stickers. Now these are just foil stickers with a plastic coating over them, and they're actually quite nice. And these are actually lens stickers for those, and you get a whole bunch of spares, which is actually very nice. You get 4 of each and only 1 of these lenses. So in case you mess it up, you have a lot more. However, I have a very good method for making these lenses in a video that I did just about a month before. And I'm going to put that link right here. Now, you also get, and actually I love this and I can't believe I forgot it because this is actually incredibly important, decals. You get a ton of decals with expansion set 2. As you can see, these are very, very, very nice. I especially love all these warning labels and sort of a tech spec type of decals with lots of like small and wordy decals with arrows and sort of instructions on opening hatches and things like that. So these are very nice, and you've got that very unique script that you get in Armored Trooper. And in addition to that, there are instructions on placement of decals. So there's that, you know, the unique symbology, which is very, very cool as well. And then placements for everything. So you can get a very Verka-ish, covered in decals and markings type of Armored Trooper if you want. I might actually do this if I can find another of the high-grade Scopedogs. I find them very difficult to come across, but I will be going to Japan later this year, so I might be able to find a couple more. But that is what you get. Very, very good kit, very fun expansion sets. And if you do come across this in the wild, however rare it may be, I recommend getting more of these cockpits. Why? Let me show you. If you're into conversion and modification, and this came a bit late for me, but if you are, this is a kit by Plum Models, and I'll be doing a video on this kit later on. But this is Assault Suit Lenos. It is a Sega Saturn game, I believe, or might be SNES. Might be a SNES game. It's 135 scale. So it scales with these very well. And you may have seen this kit. I posted some pictures of it on my Facebook. It scales well. But if this had come in time, I would have opened up the chest, cut everything, and then done a conversion where you have the seats on the inside where the pilot can actually, you know, be seen. Such a shame, but if I did see more of these cockpits in the wild, I would have gotten one. Now, a lot of you are gonna say, hey, you can just get, you know, scale modeling jet fighter cockpits. They make tons of those in resin. Yes, you are right. Where you are wrong is they are in 124 and 132 scale. Wrong scale, doesn't work. So I've been trying to find a cockpit for this for so long, and I forgot I ordered this, and when these came in, I realized I just finished the Lenos. That's okay. I'm very happy with this, so I will review this later. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this fairly elaborate review. Do you want to see these? These are the action things. They look nice. There are tons of pictures online, and you can sort of do the Scopedog skate, which is fun, but you know, action effects are not really my thing. And in my experience, this kind of plastic gets sticky over time. Your experience may vary. I just don't like it. I just think this is a waste. And honestly, the real reason to get expansion set is the cockpit. Okay, let's not dawdle anymore. Thank you. If you've got comments, if you've got questions about these kits, let me know. And if you want to see more reviews of the 135, which I'm really getting into right now, let me know too, because I've got quite a few 135 kits. We can do that. Okay, take care. Bye bye.